Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. We're going to talk about Cardano. It's got something coming up very, very soon. Let's find out what. So hi, welcome. Obviously, we are going to talk about Cardano. If you are new to the channel, please do like, subscribe, comment, and hit the bell button. Right, so this is kind of a funny one. This is like a pretty big event going on, coming out in the next, like obviously now, this weekend, a summit. What does it mean for COVID-19 and the element that this summit can be in everyone's living room, essentially? You can probably watch it anywhere you want. Now, that's going to be interesting in the world of events and how it kind of works. We've seen already with COVID-19 that more people are watching online streaming. It's happened with a few little big companies out there in terms of bigger uptake of watching. So, interesting to see. But there is a new website for Cardano. I've not really went through it just like in a massive amount of detail, but it looks pretty decent. It's very, very nice, tidy. New color scheme. Looks pretty clean, but we are talking mainly about what is happening over the next coming days. So we've got upgrades coming out with Shelley. That is going to happen. We've had a massive price uptake, and stick around. I will go over the chart and show you a very obvious chart pattern that this may be FOMO, but like anything, if big announcements do come out, fundamental analysis will overtake and volume will just fly into it, and it will probably go even higher. So a virtual conference is obviously happening, and definitely something to keep an eye on in terms of what's happening here. So the first bit of news obviously is they go big on Shelley launch, opens a 20 million development fund. So that is obviously a big, massive turning point in terms of using it, doubling down on Shelley. So obviously they're going to take it as a big, massive, thing. Go for it. And from the 7th of July, we have got mainnet. So that's a couple of days away. Remember though, buy the rumor, sell the news. This could really just tank. We've seen that quite a lot of times in the world of investing, especially in cryptocurrency, where essentially got a big, massive run up. Ooh, boom. All the people get wrecked, and yeah, it happens. So just be careful. Massive, massive things happening, but there's also this as well, right? Big announcements coming. First day of Shelley Summit, obviously we're ongoing right now, but this is the fun part. There's 5 potential announcements coming out, which is obviously going to make things totally different. Obviously, you've got Shelley. We've got the dApp PRISM, which is obviously totally different. We've obviously got the Project Catalyst Voltaire, which is obviously quite cool. And you've obviously got all the other stuff as well, obviously the fund, the 20 million fund. These are really, really big things, and we've had a massive run. It just depends how far we can go in terms of price action. Now, if you've been following my channel, you'll know that I like Cardano. I'm actually accumulating it. I'm accumulating it from a very, very small amount. I went from 7,000 up to 22,000. I've now split that up. 11,000 is on my hardware wallet. 11,000 on the exchange, looking to grow it even more. I want at least 100,000 Cardano, wait for it, from the only investment I had, which was 7,000 back 4 or 5 months ago. So I bought a very, very low amount, very, very low investment. I think it was about less than $400 that I put in. I want to get that to 100,000 with only $400 investment. I'm documenting this on my advanced course, which is coming out in November. Learning Crypto, check out the link below. You will see some interesting stuff on there very, very soon. So yeah, there's definitely room for hopium, essentially. There's definitely room for pumps, fundamentals, and all kinds of good stuff. But again, like any cryptocurrency investment, what goes up does come down. This has been growing massively over the last few days. You can see here with this chart here. But with all the news, with all the rumors, the hype of Shelley and the mainnet all coming out all into one sequence, if it works, if it rolls out nicely, if it's working as it should, finally, Cardano has a mainstream product. Thank the fuck. It's been out for a while. It's been developing for a long time. It's taken its time. Obviously, it's going to give a few little headaches to other projects in terms of how they're going to roll, but definitely interesting. But when you look at all the kind of elements of Shelley, how it's all working, the white paper, the roadmap, there's definitely food for thought of where this could be going in the future. So definitely interesting. So let's do a little gander at the chart, okay? Now, I've obviously done videos on this covering it. We're way beyond my structure. I need to edit that. We'll do that on this video. But for me, it depends on what you're looking at, whether it's USD, sorry, or BTC. BTC chart, you know, we've got a massive. It's obvious when I'm looking at this chart, we've got a huge divergence, right? It's very, very obvious. Now, again, we're at weekly resistance right now on the BTC chart. If you're looking at divergences on any sort of chart, we have got a very, very big, a very, very big RSI divergence. That is a bearish divergence. So, in my opinion, this may be pulling back very, very soon. But there's also elements that, well, fundamental analysis can also trump the element of technical analysis. I've got a really sore bit on my arm. I don't know what I've done. Anyways, so that could mean a massive influx of volume, all kinds of stuff. It is a weekend coming up as well, so there may be eyes of, you know, a bit of buying volume could be coming. But when you look back and you look at where we've been in the past, you know, there's a massive, massive uptake of potential upside of this as an investment long term, but please be mindful of that. But what I will say is this, we are right at the top now of where we've been from June 2019. In the BTC sort of elements, in the USD chart, we need to break beyond this zone to obviously carry on and progress. That's kind of obvious. But where we are right now with this, we'll change this one because this is obviously quite interesting. Let me just make a new... Let's just keep this very, very simple, boys and girls. That will do. Top of that level, put my chart on in and around this resistance band, right on the T of these levels here. So back to like end of 2018, early 2019 levels we are right now. We can obviously go a lot higher. If we do go a lot higher, even better. It will mean my investment is pretty sweet. So yeah, I bought very, very low around these regions and I've been riding it all the way up. I'm looking to hopefully accumulate more. I've been accumulated in this dip and I accumulated in one of these little dips as well. I kind of got that one a little bit wrong, but well. In terms of this, so as I said at the start of the video, I'm looking to accumulate this. Basically how it works for me, how my edge works. Again, another bearish divergence here. Once we start turning around, going bearish on the RSI and all kinds of stuff like that and moving into a bearish trend, I will be out of my position and waiting in fiat. That fiat, that stable currency, I will be sitting in the clouds, and when this does tail down, I will rebuy back and get more coins. I do not give a shit about the value of it. I want more coins for the potential upside in the future. That is the main game of this. But in terms of me, my opinion of Cardano, it's very much like Marmite in the space. Some people don't rate it. Some people rate it massively. I personally rate it. I think when you look at where the world is going in terms of decentralized finance, decentralized apps, blockchain, we need big companies to take a mantle and to be able to be a development point, to be able to go, right, we're going to do this. Come on in. Hello. Say hi to all my friends. That is what we want. We want a big, massive system in place where people go, right, I like that blockchain. I'm going to adopt on that. That is where things get interesting. Look at how Ethereum grew. Imagine like any sort of company that's massive in the world, like normal world, centralized world, PayPal, Visa, MasterCard. Imagine those adopting a coin that is running on their own blockchain. It will change the game massively in that viewpoint. So you got to remember that. I think Cardano has that sort of mineral to do that. But personal opinion, we have summits going on now. Okay, people will be watching it. They'll be seeing the announcements. People will be looking to sell profits. You got to remember, people always say profits. If you go from the yearly low to essentially this, it's at 139%. That is in the BTC pairing, right? That's pretty large. That's pretty good. Put one BTC in there, you've got a good chunk of money back on BTC. Yearly low for USD, 462% or 64% even. That is a lot. 4 times your money pretty much. Winner, winner. So there you go. Personal opinion, great as a long-term investment in my eyes. You should already be positioned if you've been watching my channel. I've been saying about this for freaking ages. But as I say, I do believe and I do feel that if this just come down, it'd be a great little entry point in the lows, coming back down again. If we are going to go from the yearly lows to this high, swing low, swing high, whatever, you know, it could fall quite a decent chunk. But as I say, if something extraordinary does come out in terms of announcements and certain developments and how good it works, it may totally change the ballgame. We know when there's a massive run in crypto, things just carry on going. It's just the way it is. So there you go. That is today's video. All done, signed, delivered. Have a good one. Have a good weekend. But yeah, definitely food for thought in terms of what developments are happening over in Cardano. Not the greatest amount of detail. Obviously, do your own research. But for me, I've covered this coin an awful lot. Things could be changing. Things could be getting even better for the crypto space. It just needs that one or two altcoins to really push it. And then demand in altcoins will certainly grow.